Thanks for watching. I'm Prerna Agarwal, Technical Product Owner for The Guardian. Today we'll be giving you Guardian update of Sprint 66 that lasted from May 27 to June 7. So just a quick overview of the agenda. We'll be looking at the roadmap. We'll also be talking about the issues that we tackled in Sprint 66. Then we'll be giving you a short demo on Sprint 66. Then we'll also be looking ahead of week of June 10th, which is Sprint 67. We'll also be talking about the issues that we'll be tackling in Sprint 67. We'll be talking about the upcoming releases, and we'll also be giving you some of the ways that you can either submit bugs or policy requests through various different channels. So just a quick overview, we are working on the hedera interaction resilient module. We are working on the CDM policy, which is AMS1E. We are working on the further evolution of policy comparison. We are also working on the webinar policy, which is development of VMR 0006, which is energy efficiency and fuel switch measures in thermal applications, and so on and so forth. Talking about the Sprint 66, so Sprint 66, we committed to 46 story points and we delivered 46 story points, which includes 2844, which is revamping of the Guardian user roles and permission model, 2629, which is global environmental Guardian data search indexer component for hedera and IPFS. We also worked on 2921, which is development of gold standards methodology for methane emission reduction by adjusted water management practice in rice cultivation. Now let's look at Sprint 66 demo. So the first ticket what we'll be looking at is 2844, which is revamp Guardian user roles and permission model. Current user roles model in Guardian is somewhat simplistic and often does not map perfectly on business operations. For example, policy authors is a very different level of responsibility to policy reviewer and approver, and even more so to token assurance counter role. Currently, all these responsibilities are mapped to the same standard registry role. So in order to solve this, what we have done is we have done a recording and we have done a demo. So if you just go to our YouTube channel and go to Envision Blockchain, once you get there, you will have our channel if you log in that. And when you go to Guardian demos and tutorials, in that when you click on mastering roles and permissions, you will be actually able to see a detailed demo application and demo video of how to manage the roles and the permissions. We have also added the documentation link and the demo video link in our documentation. So if you just go to docs.hedera.com/guardian, and when you get there, if you click on roles and permissions, you have two sections, which is user guide and APIs related to roles and permissions. So when you go to user guide, you will see a step-by-step process of how to create a role, how to create a permission, how to assign a permission to a role, and how to assign a role to a user. So you get a detailed step-by-step, and at the last, you can also see the YouTube link. If you want to directly go to that link, you can click on it, or if you can also go through Envision Blockchain channel. If you have any questions on roles and permissions, feel free to reach out to us and we will definitely help you out. So the second ticket what we'll be looking at is our indexer, which is Global Environmental Guardian Data Search indexer component for hedera and IPFS, which is 2629. So currently each Guardian instances contains a local DB which caches the relevant data from hedera topics and IPFS. This theoretically allows for quick queries, discovery and analysis operation, but only within the scope of the current instance. In order to do this, we have implemented our indexer, and to get more details, you actually again can go to our Envision blockchain channel. And when you get there, you will also be able to see and exploring the Global Guardian Indexer video demo in the same Envision blockchain solution channel. And then you can click on it and see all the detailed of how the indexer will look, and you can also play with each of the component. So to get more details about the indexer, again, you can go to our documentation, which is docs.hedera.com/guardian. And when you get there, go to global indexer section. In that you will have a user guide where we have actually explained each of the detailed step-by-step process of what each tab, what each option means. Also, I've also added the demo video section. Again, if you click on this, it will be redirected to you on the exploring the global guardian indexer. If you have any questions or concerns on the global indexer, feel free to reach out to us on Slack or on email or on website. We will definitely will be happy to help you. So the last ticket what I wanted to discuss is 2921, which is development of gold standards methodology for methane emission reduction by adjusted water management practice in rice cultivation. So the methodology for methane emission reduction by adjusted water management practice in rice cultivation, it aims to mitigate methane emissions by altering water management techniques in rice cultivation, targeting the reduction of anaerobic decomposition of organic matter in rice cropping soils. This involves shifting from continuous flooding to intermittent flooding or reducing the duration of flooded conditions, employing methods like alternate wetting and drying or aerobic rice cultivation. Additionally, the methodology advocates for the adoption of aerobic rice cultivation practices such as direct seeded rice or transplanted rice. It is applicable to projects of various scales, including large scale, small scale, or micro scale endeavors or programs of activities derived from the small scale clean development mechanism, which is CDM methodology, AMS3AU, which is a version 4.0. This methodology has been updated to align with the recent IPCC guidelines, incorporating country-specific baseline determination using Tier 2 approaches, enhanced guidelines on baselines and methane measurements, and a simplified approach tailored for small-scale and micro-scale projects. So in order to solve this, what we have done is we have developed our gold standard policy, and under the gold standard, under the methodology library, when you go to gold standard, and under the gold standard, if you will have a methane emission reduction by adjusted water management repo. In that we have added 3 specific files, which is an Excel file which details you the schema design with the sample data, and then you have a policy which you can just download and import it in Guardian, and then you can execute it. And in addition to that, you also have a README where you will actually find the detailed documentation with the step-by-step process and also the flow of that policy. In order to this documentation, we have also added in our docs, which is at docs.hedera.com/guardian. And when you get there under the demo guide under carbon offsets, you will be able to see this methodology documentation, detailed documentation, and you will also be able to see a demo video to get more details of this particular methodology. So that was a demo for Sprint 66. Now looking ahead of week of June 10th, which is Sprint 67, which will be lasting from June 10th to June 21st. So in this, we are currently committing to 60 story points, which actually include some of the major milestones again, which is optimization of the data return model for API request. 2706, which is for the evaluation of policy comparison. We are trying to enhance the current policy comparison. We are also working on 2905, which is hedera interaction resilient module. We are also working on the new methodology, which is VMR 0006, which is 2922. Talking about the upcoming releases, our last release was on Friday, May 31st, 2024. Our next release will be on Friday, June 28, 2024. So there are multiple ways to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on GitHub. You can submit policy requests, enhancements, or if you find some bugs, please go ahead and mention those bugs with us so that we can get our team on it. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, please go to hedera.com/Discord, and when you get there, search for sustainability channel. Or feel free to reach out to us directly if you have any policy requests by emailing us at info@envisionblockchain.com or directly through our website, which is www.envisionblockchain.com. Thank you. Have a great day.